Now, meanwhile, we take your focus to a story that we've been very closely keeping a track of over the last few months. This is with regards to the NEET exam row ahead of the Supreme Court hearing, which is to take place later in the day today. CBI, the Central Bureau of Investigation, has filed a status report in the Supreme Court on the NEET-UG issue in sealed cover. Remember, today the petitions are to be again heard, 40 petitions which were heard. The second hearing, which took place on July 8th, that was on Monday, and the Supreme Court then had given today as the next date for the hearing. In fact, ahead of the hearing, there are affidavits that have been filed by the centre as well with regards to the NEET exam. There's a lot of controversy going on, with the main question of the hour being, is indeed a re-examination, a complete re-examination of the NEET-UG is needed or not. Currently, though, this is the particular update that we bring to you. The Central Bureau of Investigation has filed status report in the SC on the NEET-UG issue in sealed cover. So far, the investigation had been going on specifically in two areas. If we look at it, Bihar and Gujarat, the Godhra Centre, as well as in Patna, where several arrests have been made. Right now, this, however, is the latest that we are bringing to you. Central Bureau of Investigation filed status report in Supreme Court on the NEET-UG issue in sealed cover. What exactly has been filed in the report? Only in a short while we will bring to you as we learn about it. But right now, this is the particular update that we bring to you. In fact, right now we also have our colleague Nivriti Mohan joining us live from the Supreme Court itself. Nivriti, a very good morning to you. If you could just take us through any details so far that you've received with regards to this particular report, status report having been filed by the CBI and sealed covers to the SC.
Good morning, Shreya. You are aware that in the last hearing, Supreme Court had said that we will proceed further after the CBI also files its status report. In the meanwhile, the status report has been also an affidavit has also been filed by the central government, in which it has come out with its observations, in which it is saying that the malpractice was not very widespread and it has not found any kind of malpractice at a mass level. That is the affidavit that has been filed in the Supreme Court by the central government, and it was filed late in the evening yesterday, that is on Wednesday. Now we are hearing that an affidavit by the CBI about all its investigation that it has conducted until now regarding various in the investigation that it has conducted in various cities, in various states, it has come up with its findings in the status report, and the CBI's status report will play a crucial role, as it will bring into light if any malpractice has been there, and if it has been there, who all are accused in the case, who all are implicated, who all have played a crucial role, if at all it is there, or if the CBI affidavit says that the malpractice is widespread, or the leak of question paper is widespread, or it is not widespread, it is restricted to some areas as it has been said in the affidavit filed by the central government yesterday. Now we have to see what exactly is there in the CBI's report, which it has already filed in the Supreme Court. But because it is filed in the sealed cover, there are no details that are coming out at this point of time. Because it is in sealed cover, it will be opened only in front of the bench when the hearing begins, because item number today that the court will take up the case as item number 40 to 45.
Right, Nivriti, I'm extremely sorry to cut you short there. Thank you for bringing us all those updates. We'll keep coming back to you with regards to what's exactly undergoing in the Supreme Court as the day passes through. Right now, with me in the studio, we also have our legal editor, Ashok Bagaria. Ashok, at this point, what we are hearing is there's a sealed cover report that's been filed by the CBI, as had been instructed by the Supreme Court. But the question still remains, given and this is with regards to the centre having filed an affidavit as well. Even if the malpractices are widespread, what can the extent of these malpractices be to the point where they need a re-examination for 24 lakh students?
So, on Monday, when the Supreme Court was hearing the matter, it had made its mind absolutely clear, suggesting that the court will order a retest only if the three parameters were met. First, there has to be a systemic failure. Second, the integrity of the exam has to be compromised. And thirdly, the extent of paper leak which is being alleged has to be so widespread that it affects a large number of students. But now what's happening today is that there are three sets of affidavits which have been filed in the Supreme Court today. One is by the NTA, the agency which conducts the examination. The other is by the central government, and the third is by the CBI. Now, as far as the NTA and the union government are concerned, they are taking a position that there was no irregularity or malpractice in the conduct of the examination. And even if we look at the alleged paper leak which was reported on Telegram, which is a social media messaging site, they say that this alleged paper leak was a bogey because the video which shows paper leak is a doctored video. So, basically both union government and NTA making out a case that there was no paper leak, number one. Number two, the second thing is that the CBI has filed its status report in a sealed envelope. Now, that's been filed in a sealed envelope because the investigation into the case is going on, and putting out the details of the investigation in public will jeopardize the investigation. That's why it's been put in a sealed envelope. So, CBI was asked by the Supreme Court to tell it what is the status of investigation, what the CBI has uncovered from its investigation, and the third very important thing, that if the paper leak took place, what was the time gap between the paper leak and the actual conduct of the examination. Now, this point is very crucial because Supreme Court says that if the time gap between the paper leak and the conduct of examination is wide, more than 4 or 5 hours, then it can be safely assumed that these papers had been electronically transmitted to various other parts of the country, which actually vitiates the entire process of examination. But if the time lag between the paper leak and actual conduct of the exam is very less, then a safe conclusion can be drawn that the paper leak was very localized and it need not impact the entirety of the examination process. So, today what we are expecting is that some kind of a finality or a closure might be given to this NEET exam controversy which has been brewing for almost last 2 months.
Absolutely, Ashok. In fact, I think that answers the question with regards to how long, the fact that how many hours might have passed with regards to this particular paper leak, which will determine how many students actually had an access to this leaked paper. That seems to be the question of the hour ahead of the hearing that is to take place later in the day today with regards to the NEET paper leak. Right now, though, the latest update remains to be that the CBI, the Central Bureau of Investigation, which has been conducting a probe into this entire matter, has filed a status report as had been demanded by the Supreme Court on its hearing on the session during Monday in this particular case. And it has now been submitted in sealed covers. Well, with that now, we've come to an end to this particular story for now. We'll keep a track of what's exactly happening and unfolding in the Supreme Court as well as with regards to the investigation. And, well, do stay tuned to News9 Live as we keep bringing you all the latest updates on this and all other stories through the day. Thank you for watching.